Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection.
Hello, welcome to Fine Editions. Today we are going to be doing a book review. My name is Brady, and today we are going to be reviewing a book from the Clone Wars. I would say that this is probably some of the best stuff that comes from the TCW, the Clone Wars, the Dave Filoni Clone Wars tie-in novels. Honestly, probably some of the best that comes from the Clone Wars. There's a lot of bad, but there's a little bit of good. And so I want to bring attention to that. So today we will be going over Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Secret Missions number 1, Breakout Squad. Now this book is by Ryder Wenham. Now Ryder Wenham, sorry, it's hard to say his name for me for some reason right now. Now he's written a number of expanded universe books. And I do quite enjoy in the TCW tie-in novels whenever they bring in authors that know the expanded universe. Why? Because they'll bring in characters that can tie and work together with the TCW, even as contradictive as it is. Now, this book takes place during 22 BBY, so right there during the Clone Wars. Now, this book did come out in 2009, so it did take place after, or at least the book came out after, I believe it was the first season of the Clone Wars, or around that time. Now, this book does open up right after the battle with the Malevolence arc from season 1. And the author didn't want to tie himself down to only one season, so he doesn't make a whole lot of references to TCW. There are a number of characters that do appear in TCW, such as Palpatine, Yoda, Count Dooku, and the main villain of the story, Cad Bane. Now, this story follows a cast of new characters. Now, I would have to say that this is what TCW should have been. It should have been fresh new characters, maybe a few cameos, which there were some cameos to legendary characters. But they should have taken characters we don't know or don't care about that have not been brought up before. Now, as you can see from the cover, there are clones in it. We know this. But we can see right here, this is a Chiss Jedi named, I'm probably butchering it, messing it up, named Nuru. And he is a Jedi apprentice. Now, here's a very interesting thing that I very much enjoy about this book. And that is that he is an apprentice to a master, but it's not his first master. His first master had previously died. And so he's got all of this baggage on him already. We start off the book, he's more interesting than Ahsoka. Like, I feel like that would have made her so much more interesting if she had a previous master die. It would even work better with Anakin taking her as an apprentice for a brief amount of time, not as much time as they said it was, that people wouldn't stress enough about that she wasn't in Revenge of the Sith. Now, there are some other characters in here. Majority of them are clones. I would have to say the clone story is fantastic. You start to see them coming up with names for each other or explaining their names to one another. There's different characters like Breaker, Chatterbox, Knuckles, and there's a few other ones. Well, the story here is that there are some shiny clones, and those are the ones that haven't seen a lot of action. They get sent on a mission with this Jedi. Now, whenever they're doing research on the shipwreck of the Malevolence, they find the manufacturer. And so they want to do some more research. And so they take the squad along with this Jedi who is native to the planet. Now, this planet is taken over by the Trade Federation, which I think that this is a very interesting concept because, well, it's under control of the Trade Federation for the past 10 years. And we know from the movies that the Trade Federation blockaded Naboo. And we kind of get to see a little bit. It's not as heavy as if it was an adult novel. This is a kid's book for like middle schoolers. But we get to see a glimpse at what Naboo could have looked like. They don't have any access to the outside world. They didn't even know there was a Clone Wars going on. Now, we get introduced to probably a bit of a silly name for this character, but I want to see where this character goes. Lay-Low Gun. She obviously is trying to lay low, and she's, got a gun. Funny. I mean, it's better than Savage Opress. Just saying. So, the Jedi, along with the clones, get sent to this planet. They try to go undercover, but they get shot down. But there was a storeway, and that was Naru. And Naru stored away on the ship because he sensed that his master was in danger, and he didn't want to lose another master. He was supposed to stay back at the temple because he was too young. So they have to survive, basically going undercover through enemy territory to the prison where they think that his master is. Now, they befriend a few people, Lay-Low, and then even Cleaver, who's a droid that I kind of like. They do run into Cad Bane, the bounty hunter, popular for the Clone Wars series. I don't want to spoil this, but Cad Bane is sent by Darth Sidious to capture the Jedi. For what reason, we won't know until we get to the later things. What's going to happen to him? That's the cliffhanger. They were able to get communications out to the Republic, and then the Republic came and saved them, and then they started the Breakout Squad. And now the Breakout Squad, led by the commander, who is the Chiss, they get to go on a mission to meet a diplomat of the Chiss ascendancy. And so Palpatine, along with Yoda, are very intrigued by this because they don't know very much of them. The Chiss ascendancy is not involved very much. There's a few here and there, but I kind of like where this is going. I really enjoyed this novel, and I think you guys should pick it up if you like the Clone Wars, or if you like the multimedia project. I think it's a good blend of both. I'd like to see how it goes continuing forward. My opinion of it might change, not sure. But I'd like to get the rest of the reviews out to you guys soon. I would say that this book is a fine addition to my collection.